Hi, how you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the replay. Welcome to Daily Fuel. My name is Bobby, and I am the host of this group, Art Fueled Life, Quantasy. Quantasy, what does that word mean, Quantasy? Quantasy is a quantum odyssey, a molecular odyssey, a spiritual journey, a never-ending human adventure. That's what we're on. And we do it with art. If you are in the replay, do me a favor and let me know you're in the replay. Put a hashtag or something. Make one up. I like when you guys make them up. You're very creative people. I appreciate that. So do that if you don't mind. I would appreciate that. If you are live right now, then you can comment right now. You can comment the whole time I'm talking. That's how this goes. I'm going to do my spiel. I'm going to ignore you people. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to talk. I don't even look down. You can comment the whole time. I like hearing the comments because every time you guys write a comment and it shows up on my eCam screen, it goes click. And that tells me, hey, someone's still here. So that's always nice to know. So you can do that. You can comment the whole time. And let's see who's here. Kelly is here. I'm here. And so is my mom again. Hello, Kelly's mom. I assume you have your own name, but I don't know it. So I'm just going to call you Kelly's mom. It's a family affair. Nice. Very good. Well, welcome to Daily Fuel, both of you. Amy's here. Hello, Bobby. I see your comments, so that's always good. Hello, Bobby, and hello, everyone, and Mikey in the replay. Hello, Mikey in the replay. I should have done that. That would have been funny. I'll do that tomorrow. Ty. Hey, Ty. How are you? What's going on? Hello, Bobby. Hi, peeps. It's nice to see you. So, yeah. All right. And, oh, good. My wife's here. Hi. Hi. Hey, hey. Hi, hi. How are you? Yeah, today's Daily Fuel is brought to you by my wife. And now she's not like the most present person in the group, but believe me when I tell you she's far more present than you guys even have a clue. She's like the person in the background pulling the strings. This would be a shadow of what it is if I didn't have her bolstering me. So thank you for that. Now get off my screen. Okay, so let's begin, shall we? We are in upheaval. Upheaval. Is that a dramatic title? I think it is. Stop. No, I'm not going to stop. That's the truth. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, or or keep going. That's okay. Very good. Okay, so yeah, is that a dramatic title? Yes, it is. And here, there's a lot to break down in this one. Okay, because this one came about because I have a thing that I'm doing. And man, is it stirring up all the feels. It's stirring up all the crap. And I don't even know like what category this one is going to go in. Is this one energy work? I don't know. It's probably going to be like a fear and shadow work kind of a thing, because this is just digging into the root of everything. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So let me back up a little bit and explain what I'm doing. So I started this group in September because I had a little voice in my head telling me start a Facebook group and just start talking to spiritual people and to spiritual artists and just start doing your thing. Do your daily fuel. You love doing this. You love to talk and to be on stage and to be the front man and to do that. Just start doing that. No reason other than you love doing it. And I do. I love doing it. If I didn't love doing this, I wouldn't do it. Why would I? You know, nobody's got a gun to my head and to tell me to do it live every day. This is ridiculous. But I love doing it. And here and people are gathering around and being a part of it. And I know that I want to run a business of some kind. And I have been running a business for 20 something years, a long time, and it's had its ups and its downs. It's had its fun days and its not so fun days. But here's the thing: the business has always been a thing that I do to make money. It's never been the thing that I do because, man, do I just love doing this. Daily Fuel is a thing that I do because, man, do I just love doing this. I love everything about this. I love running this group. I love everything about this. And as I was doing this, I said, why aren't my business and this the same thing? Why do I have this business that I do over here and this thing that I do that I love over here? Why? Why is that? That's really silly, is it not? I think that it is. Thank you for agreeing. So I started a business, and it's called Quantity Plus. And I mentioned it in a live like once the other day, like 2 weeks ago. I don't even think it was 2 weeks. I think it was like 3 weeks ago, to be honest with you. I mentioned it at the end of a live and said, here it is. Here's this thing. Go look at it if you want. And I think I did one more post about it, and I never mentioned it again. Why? I've been tinkering with it. I've been tinkering with it like every day, all day, every day, just tinkering with it. Do this, do that, do this. And something happened this morning where something really ridiculous happened. I'm getting to my 3 things in a minute, but please indulge me in this story because it's about me, but it's about us. And so you're going to hear your thing in my thing in a minute because I'm bearing it so we can understand why the fuck do we do this shit. So let me tell you what it is. I was working on my website today because I wanted to do some more posts about Quantity Plus and tell people to go check it out. And if you're into it, get it. If you're not into it, don't get it. It's up to you, but get it. And then all of a sudden I realized that every time I was tweaking something on the website, the images were disappearing. Like I'd hit refresh to see the new changes that I made in the style sheet. Don't worry if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a web tech stuff. I would make a change in the code, and then I'd go to the website to see the change, except the thing I just added would be there, but some other thing would disappear. And I'd be like, that never has happened ever. That just doesn't happen. How is this happening? So suddenly there was a glitch in something, and I'm trying to figure it out. So now hours are going by yesterday and today, and I'm trying to figure out this glitch. Oh, well, I clearly can't tell anyone to come here when there's this weird glitch. And then today I'm working on it and stuff, and I'm just like, this is weird. Like, why would this happen? And it dawned on me, wait a minute, time out. What if I am making this happen because I don't want to tell people to come here? I would rather just feel busy and be working on the tinkering of this website. Oh man, look at this business that I'm making, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not sending anyone to it. I'm not marketing it. I'm not doing anything about it. I'm not asking anyone for anything. I'm just building this thing. And I'm like, why would I do that? I get up on stage, I do my shtick, I do my everything, and I don't, nothing phases me. I don't have fear of anything on Daily Fuel. Yeah, there's a little bit of nervousness for like a second, but I rub my hands, it goes away, and I'm fine. And I'm just like, what's going on with this? Like, what would be causing me to slow this down? The ego puts stupid stuff in your path. That's what I wrote down. The ego will put stupid stuff in your path. So here are my 3 things, right? Number 1 is this is a time of upheaval. Do you look at the news? I mean, is it like weirder than usual? It's weird. And this is ever since, like, you ever hear the year 2020? You may recall it. It was a million years ago, but there was this pandemic and all this shit started happening that never happened in any of our lives before. And it hasn't really slowed down either. It's been weird for a while now, and I feel like not to sound like a negative, not to be like Debbie Downer, like, oh, feline A's, meow meow, right? Not like that, but just to be like SNL, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just to be like to say the world is falling apart sounds cliche, oh, the end is nigh and all that stuff, and I don't believe that. But here's what I do believe. The structure is falling apart, and we are witnessing it happening before our very eyes. The way that we were taught to do things in I don't know how old you are, but maybe you were taught in the 50s or the 60s or the 70s or the 80s or the 90s probably. When you were growing up, like, here's how you prepare to be an adult in the world. And now we are the adults in the world, and the world isn't playing the game that we were taught to play. Doesn't work anymore. Because the game was to have these feelings, squash them down, pretend you're not a spiritual being in a human adventure, pretend you're just a piece of crap human, puny nothing, and you go to work every day and you do your freaking thing, right? That was the game you were told to play, and we all played along because we had to, because we were kids and we had to go to school and do the stuff. Except now we're out in the world and the structure is falling apart. There is no structure for us to play that game in anymore. And we are waking up in a world that's still a lot of people asleep, but a lot of people waking up too, which is good. I feel like we're being taken and thrown in the deep end of the pool. We're just being thrown right in the deep end of the pool. Hey, it's time to learn how to swim. Start swimming. Swim or drown. You're not going to drown, but it's going to feel like you're drowning some days, right? It can definitely feel like it. And it's not. So that's number one, is that this is a time of upheaval, and we're the freaking pioneers of it, okay? So first of all, let's take a moment to just pat ourselves on the back, because we are freaking awesome, all right? That's who we are. All right, number two is... it's scary, and we fear being rejected because that structure is broken, and now the only choice we have, when I say we're being thrown in the deep end and it's time to swim, what I mean is that we now have to be us. We have to be ourselves. We have to be authentic. We don't have a choice because the structure for inauthenticity is falling apart. Oh, that's what it is. It's the structure of inauthenticity, and it's falling apart under our feet, and we have no choice but it's being ripped from it, where you have to be authentic. Oh, look at that. My heart is just sticking out. Oh, my gosh. How'd that happen? How'd that happen? And all the fear comes up because now it's like you don't have a choice. You've got to put yourself out there. You've got to put your art out there. You've got to put your heart out there. And this fear, it's like a fear of rejection or a fear of change. We've invested so much time and energy in that old way, and we still have people in our lives rooting for the old way. What are you doing? You can't do that, right? So it's not like everybody on earth is like, wow, I guess that didn't work. Let's find something else. No, it's like most people are still clinging to it. Even it's the dude that's falling apart under your feet. No, it'll be fine. I can hold it together. You can't. Do you know what I mean? So here I am putting obstacles in front of myself. Every time I make a change on my website, some weird thing happens on it. I can't possibly show it to everybody today because I realized, and this is when I called my wife down here. I said, "Can you come down here a minute, please?" And I said to her, I said, I know why it's taking me so long to really start pushing this and to really share this the way that I want to share it. And the reason is because I am afraid it's not going to work. It's not going to work. My ego is telling me this isn't going to work. And I'm putting work in quotes because that's completely besides the point, right? And which gets me to number 3 in a moment. But let me stick on this for just a half a second more, which means 10 minutes. It's not going to work, and I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid that, I have had this business for 20-something years, and in all that time, there's been this cycle of it where I really want to do something more authentic, and I would start doing something more authentic and then immediately think like, oh, I can't do that's way too authentic. I wouldn't use that word, but I'd say like, that's way too out there, or that's way too weird, or that's way too this or way too that. Let me water it down so that more people will be into it, and then put that out there. And then the next thing you know, I've got a thing that I freaking hate and I throw it away and I go right back to my old business that was at least making money. And this cycle would continue over and over again. Let me try this thing instead. Yeah, but you know what? I'm afraid to show this to people. Let me put this crap on it because people like this crap. And I'll say, hey, do you want? And people want that. But now I don't want that because it's got all this crap on it. So let me get rid of it, and I'll go back to that other thing that I do to make money. This is the first time in my life that this is 100% authentic. This is it. This is me. This is me completely. There's no facade here. If it were technically possible to do this on stage every day in front of you live, I would. This isn't like, oh, let me do it on camera so I can like do camera tricks to make myself look more flamboyant. Nah, this is me. This is it. You know, if I got a better camera and I could show more of me, I would. But I only have so much space, right? This is a fear of it not working because it's the first time it's completely authentic and I haven't done any of that crap to water it down, to assuage those fears, to calm them down, right? Is that the right word? And so then I realized that I'm worried it's not going to work, which leads me finally to number 3, which is whether it works or not is not why you're doing what you're doing. Nothing needs to work. You're perfect. I'm perfect. You don't do it so that you make something happen. You do it for you. You do it for yourself. You do it because you promised yourself you would. You do it because if anything in this world is worth making a commitment to love and cherish and be amazing to, it's yourself. You are worthy of the time and effort it takes to paint your life with a new palette. Man, do I love that expression. I know Kelly said it yesterday, but I'm stealing it. Sorry, Kelly's mom. I'm stealing her words. So that's that. That's where I'm at. And this is not a sales video. This is me telling you that I have a business and I'm not afraid to share it anymore because I don't give a crap if it works or not. I didn't build it for you. I built it for me. And once I realize that, then it working will just be a side effect because now I'm not getting in its way anymore. I'm doing it for myself and I'm being the support that I need, that I have not had, that I just haven't had because I've been looking for it in everybody else. You know, my wife is amazing, and I told you how amazing she is in the beginning of this video, but even she can't be that for me. She can't. Nobody can. Nobody can be it for anybody but themselves. And I haven't been it for myself until today. So today's the day. And I would invite you to figure out for yourself, how do you need to commit to yourself? What are you not doing that, damn it, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do it for me. And it doesn't matter if that one likes it or any of them like it or any of them approve or anything. It's irrelevant. Because they'll all say how much they hate it or don't like it or don't appreciate it or don't want it or whatever. And then they'll leave and they'll go off on their merry way and live their lives and not think about that for the rest of forever. And you'll be like, oh my God, why did I do that? And it doesn't matter. You do it for you, whatever it is. Well, that's it. That's all I got. Let's see what you people have. Apparently a lot. Okay, let's see. Hello, Bobby's wife, says Amy. Hey, everyone, and especially Bobby. Oh, that's nice. See, all right, cool, thanks. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, we are all scared of Laureate. Are we all scared of Laureate? She's really not scary. Let us begin the party discussion talking. Let us begin. I was trying to say it really fast, but I got tripped up. Let us begin the party discussion talk with artists around the world. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Robin. How are you? Donna, I hope not. Yeah. And you guys are laughing at each other. Technology has been weird lately, even GPS. Yeah, technology too, but I'm talking everything. I'm talking the weather, politics, everything is just weird. Business, billionaires are going to space. I don't know. Things are just, I feel like things are weird. Here it is right here. The old programs are crumbling. That's it. That's it exactly. The old programs are crumbling. The things we were taught. Kyle Cease, I mentioned him yesterday, I think. He said in a video I saw recently that everything that he was taught to do as a kid. I think he's probably about my age. In the 80s, that when he became an adult and he started doing them, none of them worked because everything he learned to do was how to live in the 80s. And he said something that happened to him happened to us. He said he finally bought a house in 2007. In 2008, the house was underwater. Not literally price wise. He paid this much for it. And now in 2008, it was worth this much. Same exact thing happened to us. We bought a house in Florida, and a couple months later, it was worth 1/3 of what we paid for it. And we were just like, what the fuck is this about? This is not what we were taught was buy houses because when you buy a home, it always... No, they don't. They don't always increase. They don't. They can crash and burn. So we now know that, but nobody did believe that or know that back then. But that's not even the point. The point is that it never got different. It never went back to the old way after that. It's just gotten weirder and weirder. And when I say weird, I don't mean bad. In fact, I think it's all good. What I mean is that it's gotten further and further and further away from the familiar structures of the 19th and 20th century economic political structures is what I'm talking about. It's never going back. Never, ever, ever. Then you watch all those people try to claw it back and bring it back and legislate it back and fight it back and war it back and protest it back, and it's just not. This is what's happening. This right here, this talk like this is what's happening. Keep it going. Intense cosmic energy. Yeah, Ty, it is intense. Kelly. Hi, Kelly's mom's daughter. How are you today? Bobby, this topic is so on point for me. Oh, good. I've only shared about my site in here, feeling the resistance to promoting myself. Glad we are working through this together. Yeah, it's really, it's a strange feeling to promote yourself when you're promoting your authentic self. I'm very good at promoting my inauthentic self, which, I'm good at promoting my authentic self too, which is weird for me because I didn't really have a problem getting up and doing this. And I don't do this in the group because I can't do it out there. I can. It's just that the Facebook group was a really good way for me to gather an audience around me. If I thought that it would have been more effective to do it on my profile or a Facebook page way out in public, I would have, except I knew that doesn't really work for me because it's not the right structure that seems to work for me. I don't know. So it's not like I'm hiding in a Facebook group. But even in here, even if I were hiding in the Facebook group, why am I nervous to show this stuff to you guys? You know what I mean? It's strange to me. So it has nothing to do with the people or the audience. It has to do with me. And because this is a completely different business than I've ever done before. And it's also completely authentic. And it's also scary. I'm not going to lie. It's scary. I can get up here and pretend that none of this crap that I talk about phases me. I'm perfect. Be like me. No, I'm a weirdo too. I got all the same shit going on that you guys do. Yes, the old systems are crumbling here in the UK, and the news is just not truthful anymore. I don't know who to believe about anything, to be honest with you, Amy. Linda. Hey, Linda. How are you? Pioneers get shot and settlers get rich, said one of my coaches. Oh, yeah, right? The pioneers. We're the ones going out there, trudging through the Old West, trailblazing and doing all that stuff, right? Yeah, the settlers, they settled down on the land that was cleared for them, and they got rid of all those Native Americans for us. That was nice of them. Thank you. I guess we'll just settle down here. We're not getting rid of indigenous spirits, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe you don't. In order to grow, you must let things go. That's how I'm going to read that. In order to grow, you must let things go. I like that, Nathan, and I'll tell you why. Because it's true. We're holding on to that So I said, like, the world is holding on to that old structure that we know it's crumbling because we woke up. We are awake, right? And I don't mean awake like I'm making fun of it. I mean like literally we are awake. We understand that spiritual beings on a human adventure. Okay, but also that kind of means that, man, when we weren't awake, we were just kind of on autopilot playing by other people's rules. But now I want to play life by my own rules. But I've kind of gotten used to having all this crap around. Like, I really like having this job because then I don't have to worry about that or this. Or I really like having these friends. Or I really like I really like living in this neighborhood or that neighborhood. Or I really like driving this kind of car or wearing these kinds of clothes. I really like having these things. We don't have to get rid of our things. I'm not advocating like selling all your stuff and living like a monk in a cave somewhere. You'll never see me doing that. I want more and more stuff. But you could do whatever you want, but that's not what I'm advocating. What I'm saying is there are things in your life, whether they be physical, material goods or relationships or beliefs, that we cling on to because we just got used to them. And in order to grow, you must let things go. So it's up to you to figure out what they are. But get rid of them. Ty. I like this, Ty, your profile. That's cool. Breathe. Did you make that profile just for me? I told a counselor today that I've been creating a new path. And it's dark, and the light inside of me is the guiding light. No longer choosing A or B because they no longer work. And yes, it's scary, but I'm not afraid because it's worth finding out what else is out there. Yeah, that was from, I'm assuming that you're talking about my daily fuel from a month or so ago, that you are the light. That, we feel like we have this choice or this choice, but really it's that middle choice. It's pitch black because we are the light. It's not going to light up, and when it lights up, then I'll go down that path. Well, guess what? It's never going to light up because you're the freaking lantern. You have to go in there and to see it. It's like our egos still reflect the old ways, and our hearts and souls are guiding us towards the new way. Yeah, it's not like that. That's what it is. But yeah, the new vibration. It feels overwhelming because it's unfamiliar. But it's what we really want, what we're here to do. It is what we really want. And I think that's, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I think that's the other part of what's scary for me about this is that I really want this. I haven't ever really wanted anything as much as I really want this, business-wise, right? You good over there? She doesn't care what you do. She's like, I'm just going to scratch myself now and make a lot of noise. I've never wanted a business like this before. And not because I want this business to succeed or to work, but because I just want to do this. And I feel like if now that I'm saying like, wow, I've found the thing that I really, really, really want to do. And and I'm afraid that if something happens where it doesn't work, I don't know what work means, but that's the word I keep saying. If it doesn't work, that means I don't get to do it anymore, or that just means that the thing that I want to do is stupid, or you know what I'm saying? It's like it's an utter personal failure. And so I'd rather just hold it off. Don't put that out there yet because it can't fail if no one knows about it. In order to grow, you must let things go. Didn't we say this already? Did I go back? No, you did. Yeah, it came up twice. All right. Yes. I love that. People are struggling, hanging on, let go, and free fall into the abyss. This group is where I fell into. Good. Yeah. Do it for you, not for the conditions of how it happens. Yeah, this goes back to number 3, right? Do it for you. That's the reason you do it. You do it for yourself. And then when you do it for yourself, you're stepping into that dark path. Your light is going, and now you see the possibilities around you. But when you're where I am and you're like, wait, hang on, let me hold this back a little bit. I'm not stepping into that path and I'm not letting the light shine. So until I do, I can't see how to make it work. How to make it work eludes me. I just know what the what is at this point. That's all I know. I know what the what is. It's this. This, I built it. Here it is. This is it. This is the what. And the why is because this is me. This is me, completely authentically me. And this just exudes from me. It just flows out of me. This isn't work. This is life. This is just who I am. This is what I want to do. Well, how are you going to make that work? Fuck, I don't know. Hang on. Put everything over here until I figure out how to make it work. I don't know how to make it work. Well, how about you just put it out there, let the light come on, and see what lights up, see what happens. Oh, I never thought of that before. Actually, I did, and then I forgot. We are all Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way. There you go. We are. We're all magic. We are all magic. The name, Grow Through the Wound, is fully authentic for me, and it's the very thing I fear will scare most people off or avert them from coming to me. Most people are afraid to address their wounds or even admit that they have them. How does my business thrive with that? Says my ego. Yeah, absolutely. How does it, right? Why? Well, because we're assuming, ego-wise, that because most people aren't into something, that means no people are into something, right? It's that whole thing again with like for artists especially, because we're inundated with popular art, especially if you're like well, bringing this into my world, like music, for example. If you're a musician and you want to figure out how to like put your music out there and start marketing your music and stuff like that, everything out there teaches you how to mass market it to get like the biggest audience you possibly could. And everybody talks about, I can remember so much, man, back when I was in my band, it was always about how to pick the right covers to attract people to your shows and write songs that are radio friendly or that have a hook that are gonna like make it more pop sounding, and it was always about watering everything down so it would appeal to the least common denominator and more people would be into it than not. Except when you do that, unless you're like Beyonce or Justin Timberlake where that shit just comes flowing out of you because they're amazing at that, most of us aren't pop. Most of us are unique, very, very like fixing a wound, right? You know what I'm saying? Most of us aren't just like, hey, I'm sunshine for everybody. Everybody likes bubblegum, right? I'm not bubblegum. Not everybody likes me. But the people who do like me. And that's the thing, Kelly and everybody, is that when we realize that we don't need most people to like us. We only need the right people to like us. And guess how many of the right people will like you? All of them. All of them will like you. Now suddenly you're at 100%. But it's not 100% of the whole freaking human population. It's 100% of the right people. That's how it works. That's how it's going to work. Hashtag today is the day. Today is the day. Best form of self-care and self-love, yes. I don't know exactly what you were referring to, but I know a lot of that was what you meant. So, you are you, and your you-ness is awesome sauce. Yeah. You got to remember that you are a unique gift to the world, and when we aren't putting ourselves out there authentically, we're not sharing our gift, and that doesn't feel good, and that's why we don't like mediocre lives. That's why. Because we know, man, I'm supposed to be so much more. But I'm trying to figure out how to put myself in the shape of a pretzel so that most people will like me, when really, if I just stood up straight and opened up my heart and was just like, here I am, then the people who didn't like me, they'd scatter. They'd go away. My light is too bright for them. They're, or it's the wrong color or some shit. And they'll leave. They'll just leave. And that leaves room for the right people. Bobby, this was awesome. I already know I am going to watch this again. All right, good. Then, hi, Kelly, again. Hi, Kelly, in the replay. How are you? Thank you for sharing, Bobby. You're welcome. And thank you for being here. And oh my God, look at this. Okay. Be brave. It's just that the darkness has had the light shone on it and we are awake to see it. That's it exactly. It's the things have been in the shadows and in the dark, and the light is shining, and we are the light. We wake up and we wake up and we shine our light on things, and we're like, that doesn't work, and that doesn't work, and that's a piece of crap, and how did that stay standing for 500 years? I don't know, but it's not anymore, because look at this. I stand on it, and you just fall right through it. Don't focus on the fear. Focus on the love of life and moving forward in the light of day. Focus on the success of your new business. Trust the process. Trust the universe. Trust your higher self. It's going to be epic. And thank you. And you are going to be okay because you have the love and passion for your art and a shed load of people willing it to happen for you. I have learnt, is that word again? Is that something you say in the UK? I have learnt that in the end, only I can make my life epic for me because I trust my higher self to set me on the right path. And I learned that from you. Wow. Well, thanks. I appreciate that comment a lot. I really do. And Karina wrote a really nice comment in the group today. Just you guys are always writing nice comments in the group, but something she wrote today that was just spoke to exactly what I was feeling, and I didn't know how she could have. She didn't know, what I was feeling and thinking, but her comment spoke directly to. I had to go and show my wife and read this, and she's like, "Do you know who is that?" And I was like, "I don't know." It was awesome. It was just great, and you guys all do that. All of you do that all the time, and I love this group, and I love you guys. I love everything that we're doing. Kelly, the old systems were designed to break us, yes. I celebrate their breaking and our rising upon the structure we build for ourselves, the artists that heal the world. Yep. Yeah. Linda, nobody could have predicted 2008. What is your new business? What is your new business? Well, you're watching it right now. So here it is in a nutshell, because I don't want to make this a sales pitch, but I'm going to start dropping things in the group about it. Basically, I do Daily Fuel in the group every day, 6 days a week, except Sunday. And over time, I realized that they fit into 9 categories, and I categorize them into those categories. And each category is like a choose your own adventure course for creating an art-fueled life. So I have made it a membership platform where you pay a monthly fee or an annual fee, or there's also a pay one time and you're in for life fee. And you get access to every Daily Fuel categorized, and I'll keep adding to them and adding to them. And I have some ideas for things that I want to do for the people that are in it. One idea, I'm not promising anything yet because they're just ideas right now, but one idea is that I'm thinking of doing one-on-ones live in this group with people who are in the program. So for example, if you joined the program and you wanted to come on Daily Fuel, we could have a conversation one-on-one in video that everybody in the group can watch, but we'd be talking about your stuff. And so that's like a thing that I want to bring to it. And there are some other things in there. There's a lot of business and professional business related content that I have made over the years, that I was just like, this stuff is epic, and it's always been spiritual. It wasn't specific to art businesses, but it's all about branding and being your authentic self, and authentic branding and attraction marketing. It's all of that, using your source energy to brand and market yourself, and that's what it is. And it's $33 a month. So if you want it, you can have it. It's at fuelblue.com. I'm a weirdo too. We're all weirdos. You gotta love your weirdness. You gotta be your weirdness. Thanks for asking that, Linda. Ty, that's where I am now, doing what works for me. Those who I'm meant to reach it will. Those who are meant to reach it will. People can only receive what they're ready for, or they're just not on the same frequency. Yeah, exactly. And that's okay. Keep thriving and inspiring. Thanks, Ty. That's cool. I like the logo. Thank you. Who you're talking to? Kelly, I think, because you've seen my logo. Kelly, I appreciate that you said hiding out in this group. Hang on, Kelly. I need a sip of water. I really appreciate that you said hiding out in this group. There are many layers of that for me to peel back, and I've been hiding out from myself for many years. No, sorry, in many ways. I have been really resisting doing the inner work around all of this, and it's time to go within. Seriously alchemizing stuff right here. Yeah, alchemizing, right? That's a Dagmar word. She'd be good for this one. Ty. LOL, thank you. I designed that a couple years ago when I first created my business. I have a couple of bags in this design and other designs myself. You're talking about your profile picture? Yeah, I really like it. What the what? What the what? I don't remember what I said. Did I say that? I don't know what I said. If you build it, they will come. Trust the plan, man. Have patience and give the universe time to do its magic. Well, that's the thing that I've been trying to say to myself is I now have the what. And all I need to do is put it out there and let the universe build it and build it and build it. And I did that with this group. I didn't say to myself, what if I start the group and it doesn't work? I never said that. I just said, let me start a Facebook group and start doing daily fuels and see what happens. And this is what has happened up until today. And if I look at the analytics and the numbers, and you guys can't see the analytics, but you can see the number of people in the group. You can see the welcome thing that I do every week, and there's like 60 to 100 people added every week now. How is that happening? And I'm making it happen. It's my energy and the work that I'm doing to put it out there and to bring the right people into the group. I don't need most people to like this. I just need the right people to like this. Ty, I hate marketing. I know how to, just not very successful because it feels very inauthentic. Those who feel me, I appreciate deeply. I don't need paid fake followers. Yeah, I talk so much about this in my pro content because I'm not about marketing the way most entrepreneur gurus teach people to market. And not because those ways are bad or wrong or don't work, but just because they were never my way. They never worked for me. So many people figure out a tactic that works and then say, just do the thing that I did. Here, buy this program and use these funnels and use this copy and use an image that looks like this, right? And put that out there. And it worked for them. Why? Because the right people were attracted to their energy. And now they're like, wow, I could teach people how to do this. And then all these other people try to sell their thing using that guy's stuff. And for some of them it works, for some of them it doesn't. It's hit or miss because you don't know whose energy is the same. And sometimes I would try other people's strategies or tactics, and they just never worked for me because it was always trying to sell something that I didn't want to sell, or selling it in a way that didn't feel authentic to me, or just building a business I didn't even want to be in. I was spending years and years and years trying to build a business that I didn't even want to be in. You know what happens when you spend decades building something that you don't like? It doesn't come out very good. You don't really put your heart into it. It's funny how that happens. Try building something I'm going to spend the whole day playing with Legos, making stuff, and man, do I hate Legos. Well, guess what? By the end of the day, you're going to have a pile of crap. You're just going to be like, this sucks. I don't want to do this. But if you love Legos and you're like, I'm going to spend an hour building something because I only have an hour, you would build the most epic thing in an hour because your heart went right into it. Well, I spent 20 years building something that I kind of sort of liked. It was way better than most other things that I could have been doing, but it wasn't the thing. I know. I'll let you out in a minute. Hang on, I'm busy. My mom thinks that I'm practicing black magic or something by being in this group, meditating and seeing a psychologist. How's that for old school? It's like that. What will the neighbors think? Very, very hard to live with. It is hard, especially when you're dealing with older people, because they have decades on top of decades of invested in this, invested in these old structures, and it's like they can see it falling apart too, but they turn their blind eye to it because that just means that all those years were just what? I did it wrong? They don't want to think that, you know? But not everybody. There are plenty of people who are just staying right with the current of it, you know, like my friend Linda, who was just commenting a few minutes ago. She's amazing. She is just constantly bettering herself and learning the new ways of things. The thing is, it's like I said, I'm afraid it's not going to work. There is no such thing as it worked. It's never going to end. It's never, I finished. There's no such thing. We keep doing it right up till the day we die. Then we come back and we do it again, or maybe, or I don't know, or we do it on another planet. I have no idea. But here she is. Beautiful share. Brilliant. Thanks, and. Thanks and love. Okay. I didn't see the icons. Here she is. Karina. Were you here when I mentioned you 5 minutes ago? You probably were. But yeah, thank you for that comment because it spoke to everything. I was having a day. And then your comment just lifted it. So thanks. I really, really appreciated it. And that's funny how that works because we always hear these stories about like somebody says something or somebody did something and it affected somebody in a certain way. And it was just like, that's how the universe works. The universe brought all of us together to be all of these things for each other. I see you guys all doing it for each other. You know, I don't even have to orchestrate it anymore. I barely have to be here. You guys are just here running the show, doing it for yourselves. And it's amazing. And I love it. Great. No. Great. There it is. What was great? I don't know. Kelly's mom says, Jean. Hi, Jean. No, I didn't want to know her name. Hey, you ruined the whole thing. Forget it. We're done. Goodbye. No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I mean, Kelly's mom, Jean, says fear isn't real. It's the games in our head. Yeah. Kids take risks because they trust inherently. The fear is just an installation. It's true. You're right, Kelly's mom. Thank you for that. It's not real. Fear. False evidence appearing real, right? We look at things and we make up scenarios in our head and we worry about stuff that's not going to happen. And what am I worried about? I'm worried that my business isn't going to work. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I'm worried that like 0 people are going to like it. That's not even a possibility. That's ridiculous, right? What am I really worried about? I don't even know what I'm worried about. Hang on. She would like to leave the room. Give me 1 second. I'm not going anywhere, but she doesn't want to be in here with me anymore. Go ahead. In about 2 seconds, we're going to get... Right? Well, that's what it means, right? I almost said, that's what it means. She doesn't want to be in here anymore. No, that's not what it means. It means that that's what fear means. It's not real. Kelly's mom is right. Let your freak flag fly. I can't say that. I have to say that slowly. Let your freak flag fly. I can't say that 1 time fast. But you're right, Crimson. Oh. Hi, Robin. It was a crazy situation that occurred way back when I just started doing my art. When I didn't even know why. I just knew I had to do it. Right. And it was so much fun when other people saw it, and somehow I was given several opportunities to have a few shows of my work without me even trying. Like the universe provided an answer because I just followed intuition and put my authentic self out there. Just like what you are doing now, Bobby. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for the reminder. See, you guys remind me, too. I come on here and I say stuff, and then sometimes you guys spew it right back in my face, and I go, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that thing. That's right. I forgot that. Late. I'll have to watch the replay. All right. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for the shout out. 74 and counting. Yeah, Linda is a wonderful person, and she's a past client of mine. I mean, it's still a little bit of a client. You'll always be my client, really, Linda. I'm never going anywhere on you, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so Linda's really cool. If you guys don't know her, she's nice and smart. Membership site is great. Oh, that's what's great. Thanks. Cool. You just wrote great before. I think it's great, and it came together really, really nicely. I'm very excited about it. Karina, the force/source is strong in me today. Yeah, definitely in a vortex flow. You have no idea, do you? I see and hear the song that can't be heard by most. You are singing. Oh, thank you. I'm just gonna say thank you to that because that was really nice. Fear. False evidence appearing real. I keep forgetting that. I got to put that on my fridge. That goes on your fridge? Oh, my gods, you are an inspiration, Bobby. Well, thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Tongue twister. Yeah, Crimson's thing, right? It is a tongue twister. I can't say that. We are all pieces of each other's life puzzle, and the sharing of our stories is caring for someone else to hear and sympathize with. Oh, that's interesting. We are all pieces of each other's life puzzle. Yeah, I like that, right? Man, that makes me think of things, but I feel like I could riff on that for a day and a half, and I'm not gonna. That's really cool. I do like that. Sometimes I wonder about the meaning of oneness. You know, it's like my brain has a hard time with that because when it comes to that subject, for some reason, I get very earth grounded and I think in terms of like I understand the concept of how our ego sees us all as separate individual people, completely separate lives and experiences and energy even from each other, and I get that that's not the truth, that we are all part of source energy. But then I like to think sometimes that even in source energy land, like we're still a little individualized, that it's not just one like clump of energy that's like spewing off into different things and then we all come back and you forget who we are. I have a weirdness about that, and I don't know if that's even relevant to today. And maybe it is, because maybe I'm so stepping into that oneness that I'm afraid of that. I did a live on that months ago, where I asked, "Am I disposable? Am I disposable? Am I, Bobby, this disposable vehicle for my source energy, that when Bobby dies, my source energy goes, that was fun, put it in a drawer, close it, and forget about that for the rest of forever, and I'll go be somebody else now." And like Bobby's just forgotten. Is that how it is? I don't really think so. But, and I know that's probably not what you meant, but when I read words like that, that's what sparks in me. And I feel like there's something to fix there. So glad I found you again. Yeah, me too. I didn't go anywhere, but I know what you mean. Cool. Have you fed the family? Booby prize laughter. No, not yet. Wow, 319 hearts on this one. Wow, thanks guys. 321. Yes. A fuel on oneness. Yeah, that, what? Hang on. I haven't done this in a while. A fuel on oneness. Yeah. It's funny to me because I always called the show Daily Fuel. And then you guys in the group started calling each individual episode fuels. And it never occurred to me, but I've caught on to that and I've picked up on it and I've started to do it myself. But you guys made that up. And to call them fuels, like, oh, I missed the fuel on blah, blah, blah. Somebody wrote one day and I was like, missed the fuel? What is he talking about? All right. And so, but I like that. And so, a fuel on oneness, Kelly just wrote. And so in the membership thing, when I've put them into these 9 categories, but I've called each category a fuel cell, and I like that because I got that from you guys. So I feel like it was a group effort. You sound like me when I was scared. Ow, damn it, my knee just went the wrong way. Did you ever do that? Sorry. You sound like me when I was scared of getting married. I was afraid that the. I was afraid that the. I'm waiting, Robin. Where's the rest of the comment? I was afraid that the. Okay. It's not showing up. Oh, oh, now. Not again. Cut off. I was so afraid of the oneness of marriage. Oh, okay. That in the union, my uniqueness would get lost. Oh, isn't that interesting? But to my delighted surprise, that never happened. That's really interesting. Wow. That's something I never really worried about when I got married. I feel like we were two individual people that our individualities just, we've been able to foster them and nurture them. But we do it together as like a unit, and it's like, it's cool. Wow. Maybe that's wow, Robin, maybe that's a good model for me to think about how that works, that I'm not this disposable thing, that I'm not going to get lost in it, that it's a partnership. I like that. Oh, Robin, oneness is divine union. Well, anyway, guys, look for a post from me later today. Probably either, what time is it? 7:30. Yeah, maybe in a little while. I'm gonna post something and share the link, and share it with the group at large, because it's ready and it's been ready, and now I'm ready. So there's that. Amy says, you are and always will be you, and the pieces of the puzzle I talk about are the gems we need to lighten our individual journeys, helpful ideas to push us forward. I believe I have the grace of God light, but I am me, and God wants me to always be my unique self. See, I like that. That I like. I like the idea that we are part of the one thing, but that we each have these uniquenesses to us that we keep in some way. Because it's like, what was the point of having a unique experience if it's just blown out? What's the point of lighting a candle just to blow it out? You know what I mean? Maybe that's it. Maybe we're all like candles adding to the light, but we are still each our own individual candle. I don't know. That'll be a fun one to explore, and I'll do it when I feel inspired to. I doubt I'll have any solid answers, but I'll probably have a lot of questions that will spur a lot of talk like this. Yes, I didn't want to get cut off again. The whole point was, you are right. An example for you to have more balls to just jump, even in the face of fear of losing yourself, because I was scared to death of marriage, but took the leap anyway because of love. Good. That's awesome, Robin. Good for you. And thank you for that. Whew. Let's be done. I loved him more than I feared. That's beautiful. Thank you, guys. You guys rock. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. As always, wow, this was a long one. An hour. Cool. I really appreciate you guys. Boobies. It's time for the booby prize, and Amy is first in line. Everybody gotta push Amy out of the way. And huge boobs, says Donna. Well, guys, you have a wonderful day, Donna, and everybody else have a wonderful night and day tomorrow, whatever you got going on. And I will see you tomorrow. And look for a post from me later tonight in the group. And that's it. So it looks like, Donna, you got the... Nope, Amy took it back. Tiny boobs. Tiny boobs ousted the big boobs. All right, guys, have a good one. Thank you so much.